represents the y-axis. Okay, so here we're going to learn how to identify points on the Cartesian plane. Then after we do that, we're going to learn how to find the length of a straight line between 2 points. Okay, so we're going to say our first point. Let's say our first point. Let's say let's have this point here. We'll call this point A. Right. All right. So you can see at this point A, all right, it's corresponding with on our x-axis. The coordinate is corresponding with is 1. All right. And then on our y-axis, right, the coordinate point it's responding with is 2. All right. So the coordinate of point A is 1, 2. All right. The x-axis number is 1 and the y-axis number is 2. Let's look at another point. Let's say this point, you will call this point B. Right? You just draw a line to your x-axis. What point is it responding with? This is 3. Right, then we go to our y-axis. All right, and it's corresponding with 4. So the coordinates of point B are 3, 4. All right. How about this side? Let's go to our negative side. All right. On our, let's say we have a point here. Let's call this point C. Right. We correspond it to our x-axis. We have -4. Right. Then let's do it with our y-axis. That is 1. So we have -4, 1. All right. Let's look for another point D here. All right. Point D here. We correspond it to our x-axis. We have -3. Right. Then we correspond it to our y-axis. We have -2. All right. So that's how you read the coordinates of a point. All right. You just find what it is on the x-axis and down on the y-axis. So as you can see here, all right, and you can form shapes on this Cartesian plane, all right. But today what we're looking at is how we find the length of a line between 2 points, all right. So the formula that you must remember is, all right, let's say for example for point AB, right, say for point AB, all right, so our line is going to be like this. We're going to connect A and B, all right, so we'll call that line AB because we've connected them, all right. So to get the length of this line, all right, you're going to get the square root, right? The square root of the x coordinates, right? x2 minus x1. Then you square it, all right? Plus y2 minus y1 squared. So, right? So we've got point A here, all right? We've got point A. Our coordinates are 1, 2, and we've got point B. Our coordinates are 3 and 4. So it's up to you to choose which one's going to be your x1 and your x2, your y1 and your y2. All right, so in this case, let's do this. It doesn't matter which, you can choose any, all right? It doesn't matter. So in this example, let's say our x1 is this one here, and our y1 is this 2 here, right? And then our x2, all right, our x2 is this 3, point B, and our y2 is this one here. So y2 and x2, and then we have x1 and y1, right? So if we follow this formula here, all right, we're going to put it like this. We're going to get the square root, all right? So our x2 is 3, so we're going to say 3 minus our x1 is 1 squared plus our y2 is 4, all right, and our y1 is 2 squared, all right. So let's do our tabulations here. 3 minus 1, that is 2. 2 squared, that is 4, all right, plus 4 minus 2, that is 2. 2 squared, that is 4. 4 plus 4, that gives us 8. All right, so we do not have the square root of 8, so we'll say the distance is the square root of 8 units. All right, you can leave your answer like this. All right, because 8 is not a pair, we cannot square 8. All right, so you say the length of AB is the square root of 8 units. Okay, let's try to connect CD. Okay, CD here. All right, connect this. So our line is now CD. Okay, the line is CD, line CD, and want to find the length of CD. So what you're going to list first, you say point C. All right, the coordinates of point C are -4 and 1. Coordinates of point D, -3 and -2. All right, line CD. Okay, so we can choose our points, all right, our x1 and our x2. So our x1, okay, is going to be this 4 here. Our y1 is this one here, right? And then we're going to say our x2, okay, it's here, and our y2 is this -2 here. All right, so what we can do is now let's find the length of line CD. So let me just make some space here. Okay, so the length of line CT equals the square root, all right, of x2 minus x1 squared plus y x2, y2 minus y1 squared. Okay. So our x2 is -3. So say -3 minus -4. Our x1 is -4. -3 minus -4 squared plus our y2 is -2. -2 minus our y1 is 1 minus 1 squared. -3 minus -4. This negative and negative make it positive. So -3 plus 4, we get -1. We get +1. Oops. We get 1 squared in here plus -2 minus 1, that we get -3. So we have a -3 squared in here. All right. So 1 squared, that gives us 1. So we have 1 plus -3 squared, that gives us 9. 1 plus 9, that is 10. Right. So the length of line CD is the square root of 10 units. Right. When we square 10, we do not get a whole number. So we just leave our answer like this. Similar to the previous example, when you square 8, you don't get a whole number, you get decimal points. So you leave your answer like this.